Since the creation of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, and the space race of the 1950s between America and Russia, our goal as not only a nation but also as a human race has always been to strive in the advancement of space exploration and the technologies to discover new possibilities and knowledge of our solar system. So today I will be informing you on NASA's recent mission, uh, the exploration of Mars, and the rover Perseverance's recent landing, and the discoveries that are occurring and will occur hopefully in the near future. The mission on Mars will be successfully executed due to the invention and technology put into Perseverance, including the collection of data and geological samples that will take place for the duration of it. Exploration and interpretation of the surface of Mars terrain will be crucial to the human existence and human efforts to advance and expand knowledge on the mysterious Mars, and utilize that data recorded to extend life form to the planet and put Mars resources, if any are found, to good use. So let's talk about Perseverance, which is the latest rover created for Mars exploration. According to NASA's official Mars 2020 fact sheet, Perseverance has dimensions to that roughly the size of a car, with it being about 10 feet long, 9 feet wide, and 7 feet tall. But the weight of the rovers is an astounding 2,260 pounds. They modeled it closely to the Curiosity rover, which um, successfully launched November 6, 2011, and closely represents that of Perseverance and has similar purposes. Perseverance is equipped with brand new technology in the hopes that it will someday, um, that it will allow us to provide better provisions and conditions for future rovers and one day humans as well. For example, the engineering team will be testing a system called terrain relative navigation that is supposed to be an autopilot for avoiding hazards, and a set of sensors called MEDLEY 2, which stands for Mars Entry, Descent, and Landing Instrumentation 2. That is responsible for the entering of data during exploration of the terrain. So, why are we sending satellites and rovers to Mars? Well, one of the purposes is to seek signs of life. According to Smithsonian Magazine, back in 1996, they discovered a meteorite that um, they suspected came from the planet Mars, and it contained traces of carbon and minerals, which, as we all know, we are created of these substances. Every living organism on Earth is created of carbon. Because of that, these particular things uh, were synthesized by microbes or bacteria of some kind, or at least that's suspected. Because they were present, that would also mean life was also present at that time, um, or they were also present at some point on Mars. This discovery still has everyone kind of skeptical of life on Mars, and because of this, you know, there is a possibility of aliens, as we all like to call them and know them as. But because of this and the ever expanding curiosity of the unknown, we make it our purpose to explore that beyond our planet, and that's why rovers such as Perseverance are created. Scientists are also very interested in figuring out the geology of Mars. It's crucial to understand Mars before we could even think of sending man to this place. According to the Mars fact sheet, they suspect that Mars was not always the cold and dry planet it is today. In fact, they believe that billions of years ago the planet was actually wet, and that there was a strong possibility that there very well um, may have been signs of life or life uh, billions of years ago. So Perseverance is on a clear mission to collect rock and dirt samples from Mars to analyze its composition and see if they find any signs of life in um, those compacted rocks and dirt that are present today. Um, the unfortunate part of this mission is that they cannot bring the samples of rock and dirt back to Earth at the moment. Rather, it is the mission to take photos and mark the locations of these samples um, that they will later, at a later time, at a later mission, hopefully collect and bring back to Earth for scientific study. Matter of fact, according to Twitter, Perseverance has a Twitter account that you can follow, and there you will find a bio that states its hobbies are photography, collecting rocks, and off-roading, which in fact are its main purposes. And you can find pictures of samples of rocks that are being collected and hopefully brought back to Earth sometime in the near future for further inspection. So, where on Perseverance's timeline are we, and what should we expect for the future? Well, Perseverance launched July 30th of 2020 at 7:50 a.m. and landed on Mars February 18th, 2021 at the Jezero crater. They chose the Jezero crater as their landing site because they believed this was a place that once contained a large body of water millions of years ago. And where there is water, there is the possibility of life. That's where As for the future of Perseverance and the Mars mission, the operation is supposed to last one Mars year, which is roughly 687 Earth days, which is a little more than a year and a half. Um, in this time, the hope is to collect as much data as we possibly can to understand the red planet at least a little better than we have thus far. As far as the geological samples, those rocks that the rover has collected over the span of its mission will hopefully be collected and returned here to Earth, as I have stated before. Um, Perseverance is to follow a calculated travel plan that you can find on the NASA website for the duration of this mission. The purpose of this is to stay closely to um, the Jezero crater, as this location is where life could have thrived at, and collect all the data samples from this area because of the once contained water in this crater. So, in conclusion, uh, the hope is to find uh, or further our knowledge base on the red planet. Space exploration will continue to drive man forward into um, this aspect, and this is why the creation of rovers such as Perseverance takes place. And perhaps in the very near future, we will be able to say that we successfully launched man onto planet Mars, and mankind will be able to live upon the red planet one day.